Hello, and welcome to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau's webinar on submitting prepaid product agreements to the Bureau. Today's webinar will start with an overview of the Prepaid Account Agreement reporting requirements, otherwise referred to as the PPA reporting requirements. Then, we will provide an overview of Collect, the website used for completing and submitting agreements. Finally, we will walk through the website to show you how to create a new entry for a prepaid product and add an agreement for it, amend an agreement for an existing product, and withdraw a prepaid product. The Bureau releases webinars like this one to help institutions comply with the Bureau's rules. Before we begin, we need to let you know that this presentation is not a substitute for the regulation and its official interpretations. Although efforts have been made to ensure the accuracy of this webinar's content, the online PPA instructions provide more comprehensive information regarding the requirements. This webinar is current as of February 2019. Your institution may use Collect for additional Bureau collections. This webinar only discusses the PPA reporting requirements. Let's begin by briefly discussing the PPA reporting requirements. The PPA reporting requirements were established by the Bureau's 2016 rule titled Prepaid Accounts under the Electronic Funds Transfer Act, Regulation E, and the Truth in Lending Act, Regulation Z, as subsequently amended in 2017 and 2018. We refer to the 2016 rule, as subsequently amended, as the Prepaid Accounts Rule in this webinar. When the rule becomes effective on April 1, 2019, the requirements will be added to Regulation E 12 CFR 1005.19. Pursuant to the Prepaid Accounts Rule, prepaid account issuers must make a submission to the Bureau whenever a new prepaid account agreement is offered, a previously submitted prepaid account agreement is amended, or a previously submitted prepaid account agreement is no longer offered, subject to the product testing and de minimis exceptions found in the rule. The prepaid account issuer has the legal requirement to comply with the agreement submission and other provisions of 12 CFR 1005.19. However, an issuer may generally use a third-party service provider, such as a program manager, to satisfy those obligations, subject to regulatory guidance regarding use of third-party service providers and other applicable regulatory guidance. In this webinar, we'll refer to issuers, but that also includes third-party service providers submitting on behalf of issuers. Please refer to the online PPA user guide for more information on adding additional users to Collect. Each prepaid account agreement must contain the terms of the agreement, including fee information that is currently in effect. Fee information means the short form disclosure and the fee information and statements required to be disclosed in the long form disclosure. An issuer may submit a single file that contains the agreement and the fee information. Alternatively, the issuer may submit the agreement in one file and the fee information in one or two separate files. An issuer must have all the prepaid account agreements it offers as of April 1, 2019, uploaded to Collect by May 1, 2019. After the initial collection, prepaid account agreement submissions to the Bureau occur on a rolling basis no later than 30 days after the issuer offers a new prepaid account agreement, amends a previously submitted prepaid account agreement, or withdraws a previously submitted prepaid account agreement, otherwise known as a triggering event. Issuers will not receive reminders to make submissions, as this must be completed on a rolling basis. For additional information on submitting prepaid account agreements, visit the Bureau's PPA Collect website. The website contains other helpful PPA information and FAQs. For example, you can access the PPA Quick Reference Guide, which is an overview of how to submit the PPA reporting requirements using Collect. For a more detailed explanation, you can access the PPA User Guide. Next, we'll provide an overview of Collect. Collect is the website through which issuers will submit their required prepaid product agreements to the Bureau. The Bureau cannot accept prepaid product agreements through emails, handwritten forms, or faxed information. If you ever have problems using Collect, please reach out to our Collect support team at collect_support@cfpb.gov. Collect gives you the ability to view all your current and previous PPA submissions, and it is compatible with all web browsers. To get access to the Collect website, someone at your institution needs to complete the Collect registration form. The PPA Collect website contains the Collect registration form, and the website's URL is provided at the end of this webinar. The registration form requires the following information: your institution's name and headquarters location, your institution's identification number, which can be an LEI, RSSD ID, or tax ID, and the name and contact information for a point of contact. In addition to being your institution's primary point of contact for Collect, the point of contact will be assigned an account with privileges to add or remove user access for others at your institution. For example, the point of contact can provide a colleague access to Collect in order to make PPA submissions. If that colleague forgets or loses their login information, they can contact the point of contact to get help with accessing their login information. Or, if a point of contact is unavailable, you can contact the Collect support team directly. Once the registration form has been filled out, the form should be emailed to collect_support@cfpb.gov. After processing your institution's registration form, the Bureau's Collect team will send a welcome email to the point of contact listed on the registration form. The welcome email will contain information about logging in to Collect. Now that you know how to get login information, let's discuss what happens the first time you log into Collect. The first time you log into Collect, you will be prompted to enable a two-factor authentication system. Two-factor authentication is an increasingly used standard for strengthening information systems cybersecurity. Two-factor authentication consists of a password and a token that is sent to your phone via an authenticator application. Collect does not require two-factor authentication. You may choose to log into Collect without using a token or authenticator application. However, if you opt in to the two-factor authentication system, you will need to enter both your password and token to gain access to Collect. If you later decide to remove or add two-factor authentication, you will need to contact Collect support. After closing the two-factor prompt, you will be on the Collect homepage. Now that we have logged in, let's create a prepaid product in Collect. Before you can upload any agreements, you must first create a prepaid product entry in Collect. Think of this entry as a box into which you will fill agreements over the life of the product. To start this process, select the Upload Agreement Documents for a New Prepaid Product link found on the Collect homepage. After selecting the link, you will be prompted to enter a number of pieces of information about the prepaid product. Once you have added this information, select Confirm. You will land on the Add, Amend, Withdraw Agreements page. You have now created a prepaid product. The next step is to add an agreement. So you've created the box, and now you need to file the agreement into your box. Once a prepaid product entry has been created, you need to upload the agreement for that product. From the Add, Amend, Withdraw Agreements page, select Upload New or Amended Agreement Documents to begin the process. You will next be prompted to add an effective date for the agreement. After entering an agreement effective date, select File Upload. You will see three types of files you can upload. Remember, you are required to submit an agreement and fee information for that agreement. The fee information includes the pre-acquisition short form disclosure for the prepaid program and the information and statements required to be disclosed in the pre-acquisition long form disclosure. The fee information can be included in the agreement itself or as one or two separate files submitted with the agreement. You may only need to upload one file, but if so, that file must include the fee information. If the file you're submitting covers more than one submission type, hold the Control key while you click to tag multiple submission types. Select a file to upload, then select Submit File. Notice you can only submit one file at a time, so should you also need to upload your short or long form disclosure to include fee information, you should repeat the process and tag the document appropriately. Please refer to the user guide for additional directions. Files submitted through Collect must be in the portable document format, PDF, file format. The PDF files should be digitally created, sometimes referred to as true PDFs, and must be text searchable. PDF files should not be scanned documents, otherwise known as image-only PDFs. For questions about file formats, please contact Collect Support. Once you've added an agreement for a prepaid product, you may need to amend that agreement in the future. The process is very similar to adding a new agreement. However, there are two different ways to initiate the process. The first way to amend a prepaid product agreement is to select Upload Amended Agreement Documents or withdraw an existing prepaid product from the Collect homepage. The second is to select the My Prepaid Products tab at the top of the Collect homepage. Both options will take you to the My Prepaid Products page, where you can see all the prepaid products you have previously created. Once you are on this page, you can select the product for which you would like to amend an agreement. Select Upload New or Amended Agreement Documents to add an amended agreement to the prepaid product. From this point forward, the process is the same as adding the initial prepaid product agreement. Please note that you will need to submit the full agreement, including fee information, regardless of which part of the agreement was amended. At some point in the future, you may need to withdraw a prepaid product entry. For example, because it is no longer offered. There are two different ways to initiate the process. The first way to withdraw a prepaid product entry is to select Upload Amended Agreement Documents or withdraw an existing prepaid product from the Collect homepage. The second is to select the My Prepaid Products tab at the top of the Collect homepage. Both options will take you to the My Prepaid Products page, where you can see all the prepaid product entries you have created. Once you are on this page, you can select the prepaid product entry that you would like to withdraw. First, select Withdraw Product on the Products page. Next, enter the effective date of the withdrawal. You've just withdrawn the product. When you add a new prepaid product entry, amend an agreement for an existing prepaid product, or withdraw a prepaid product entry, you will receive a confirmation email that the submission was received. This concludes the PPA submission webinar. If you have any questions, please use the following resources or reach out to the Bureau. The Collect registration form and additional PPA Collect resources can be found at the above URL. You can contact Collect Support at collect_support@cfpb.gov if you have questions about access to or using the Collect system. If you have questions about the requirements of the Prepaid Accounts Rule, including those in 12 CFR 1005.19, submit a regulatory inquiry at https://reginquiries.consumerfinance.gov.